Qualifying for the first SDRL sprint race at Silverstone gave us a larger spread of times than we are used to seeing. Takubi took the pole with a lap over a tenth quicker than Zyros in P2. Berkey was a further tenth back in P3, with a similar gap back to Smith, who lined up in P4.
And we are underway racing here in Silverstone. Decent start from Zyros and Takubi both into top.
One car off immediately at the start there, didn't see who that was. Was it Shuriken? Ghosty immediately retires, so an early casualty in the race. Up at the front, Takubi still leading ahead from Zyros. Berkey close behind, making a challenge on Smith. Berkey now ahead of Smith as they come into Brooklands for the first time into Luffield.
Kills it and wins, running wheel to wheel down towards Kops. Who is going to get the better run? Here comes Rocket as well, going to make it 3 wide into Kops. Surely this doesn't end well. Kills backs out. Rocket gets through and wins, holds on to that P10. Shan also getting through as well. Kills are really compromised on the exit. Shan makes the double overtake into Maggots and Becky's. He's up to P11 now, onto the back of Wins. Over at the leaders though. Here comes Takubi. Berkey tucked up right behind. Here comes Smith as well, 2 by 2 almost, in towards Stowe. Berkey trying to go around the outside. That could compromise him in this battle with Smith as well, as they now head onto the brakes into Vale. Smith trying to round the outside on the McLaren. Berkey takes a lot of curve, and Smith trying to fight his way once again through. Here comes Orax as well, gets the switchback. Orax through into P4. The McLaren's now 5th and 6th in this race, as we have just 3 laps to go here in Silverstone for this sprint race. Takubi leads from Zyros, Smith, and now Orax up to P4. Stowe corner once again. Smith is gaining. Is he going to try and have a look here? Takubi and Zyros wheel to wheel into Stowe. Smith trying to look for a way past these two. It's just a wall of car in front of him though. He just can't find a way through the debate. Contact, here comes Smith, and we got contact. Zyros off into the pit lane. Contacts made between our leaders, and that's Zyros dropping down, potentially out of the points. He's into the pits. He's had to come in. He's not going to score any points here in the sprint. Smith now takes the lead as we start the final lap. Heading out of Beckett's, down the hangar straight we go now. DRS open for Takubi. They're going to deploy all of their battery. He's gaining. He goes to the outside. Smith going to try and defend this one on the inside, but Takubi swoops around the outside, up into the lead now on the final lap. Gets himself up into P1. Smith trying to have a look round the outside. Takubi defends the position though, onto the power now. Smith getting a great run there on the power, but just can't quite get it. And Takubi will win the sprint race here in Silverstone. Smith comes home in P2. Orax in 3rd. Mars in 4th, Jetta's 5th, Black Fridays in 6th, Berkey in 7th, and after going for the medium tyres, Sert manages to come back. He scores points in the sprint. It's P8 for him. Brad is in 9th, Shuriken Rocket wins, Avni, Shan, Kilza and Zyros rounding out your finishers.
The drivers were all keen to take advantage of the absence of Barbance in the sprint race. Contact with Takubi on the penultimate lap caused Zyros to drop out of the points, and Takubi crossed the line first after a last lap overtake on Smith. However, a post-race penalty dropped Takubi to 7th place, promoting Smith to an important win for his championship aspirations. Completing the podium close behind were Orax and Mars, with just over 4 tenths between the winning driver Smith and 4th place Jettas. Barbance returned in time to contest qualifying for the main race and snatched another pole position with a late lap. This time there was little to separate the drivers, with Zyros qualifying just 4 thousandths behind Barbance to line up 2nd and Takubi just 600ths behind. Mars rounded out the 2nd row of the grid with a time 1.5 tenths behind the pole sitter.
Right, well, we've got the lights coming on now ahead of the drivers. 5 lights are on here in Silverstone for the 2nd time tonight, and we are underway racing. Decent start from Barbance. Doesn't look like Zyros got off the line very well. Already under pressure as Takubi tries to have a look around the outside into Abbey. Is he going to get the move for P2 here as they head down towards finish? Looks like Takubi up into P2, and Zyros now under pressure from Mars, who's going around the outside of the Ferrari, trying to get himself up into the podium positions immediately. A horrible start from Zyros, who started on the medium tyres. Those tyres not really working, they're off the grid, but Barbance leads from Takubi, Zyros and Mars, who are heading wheel to wheel down towards Brooklands. Is Mars going to try and have a look up the inside, just about backing out. Smith having a look up the inside of Berkey as well, who's trying to go around the outside there of Black Fridays. The two Hasses sandwiching Berkey and Smith together as they go wheel to wheel out of Luffield now, 2 by 2 here as they head down towards Cops Corner. Who is going to come out on top? We've got lots of battles further behind, but up at the front, they are all making their way through cleanly. Ghosty on the inside of Bradders, fighting those final few points position. Bradders just about holds himself up into P9, gets the move done in the Haas car. Very nice from him. Rocket going to be under pressure from Jetters and Berkey as well as they make their way down towards Stowe. Jetters trying to look around the outside of the kickstart, but can't find his way through. Now to the inside, trying to find his way past the kickstart, but once again, can't get the move done. Now Berkey's putting pressure on him as they head down towards Vale. Going to have a look to the outside, trying to go round the Mercedes. Just about gets alongside, heading into the second part of the chicane, pushing his way through onto the power now through the final corner. They bang wheels as they get onto the power, wheel to wheel down the start finish straight. Who's going to come out on top? Looks like Berkey just about gets the edge, gets the straight line speed into turn 1. Berkey's up to P6. Rocket picks up another 3-second time penalty. He's really pushing the limits here. Barber's all over the back of Mars as well as we head onto the Wellington straight now. Takubi is almost a second clear, obviously no DRS, but that is going to be crucial. He wants to try and build as much of a gap while Barbas is still stuck behind Mars. Here we go now down towards Cops, wheel to wheel. Orax battling away with Jetters down the inside into Cops. Orax gets the move done just about. He's going to try and hold it on the exit, wheel to wheel down towards Magus and Beckett's Rocket in front of the pair of them. They're still squabbling away, a bit of sliding there from the Williams, but he gets the move done through Magus, through Beckett. He's up to P6. He can set his sights after Rocket now in the kick Sauber out in front. Here comes Barbers down the inside on Mars. He's up into P2 now. He can set his sights after Takubi. Here we go. We've got a fight in our hands for the race win here. As they make their way in, here comes Rocket defending once again from Jetters. Black Friday's having a look around the outside into the loop now to the inside. Gets the move done on the Mercedes. Can he get the power down? Crucially, now heading towards Aintree, heading onto the Wellington straight. They're still wheel to wheel as they get the power down. Jetters goes a bit wide off the track. He's going to probably pick up a track limits warning. They're still wheel to wheel as they head down towards Brooklands. Here comes Black Friday's down the inside and Rocket sends the move. Gets the move done as well. What a drive. So far it's been from Black Friday's making the overtakes crucially when he needs to be. Browder's getting a bit out of shape there. Going to allow Shan to get through, and there's some contact there between Jetters and Berkey on the exit of the corner. Unfortunate for them, but they both lose out there. Berkey also looking for a move on Jetters, very, very close. Wheel to wheel into Stowe, trying to go round the outside. Almost getting the move done. Shan up the inside as well, looking to make the double as they now head down towards Vale. Almost 3 wide there. Berkey down the inside on Jetters once again. Late on the brakes, can he get the move done? Shan now trying to look for the move on the McLaren as well, but nobody making any positions there. They all stay and they're all on Bradders out of the race, retiring in the pit lane. Race over, unfortunately for him. He was just losing out. And that caused the end of the race for him. Very unfortunate end. But Takubi and Barbans right on the back of each other once again as they head down towards Brooklands. Barbans going to have a look to the outside. Takubi going defensive to the inside, trying to hold his line, trying to hold the position. But Barbas is relentless. He's going to try now down the inside into Luffield. These two squabbling away for the race lead. Wins also retiring. Unfortunately, his race ending as well. He's running up in P3, but now our leaders run wheel to wheel down towards Cops Corner. Barbans just edging ahead. Takubi now edging ahead there, wheel to wheel. Who's going to come out on top? Down the inside, Barbans. Takubi on the outside. They both make it through. Still wheel to wheel now as we head down towards Magus and Beckett's. Barbans and Takubi battling away. These guys holding it wheel to wheel for almost half a lap here. Takubi just about holds onto the position. Barbans has to tuck in behind, and this has allowed Mars to catch up massively. He's right onto the back of this pack once again with 6 laps to go here in Silverstone. We have a battle for the lead, and here comes Barbas once again to the inside, trying to fight its way through, and this time looks like he might get it done. There's contacts though. They come together. Barbas losing the car. Mars still squabbling away with these guys as well. He's right onto the back of them now, and he could be looking at a very, very nice podium. Zaris is also catching up. If these guys keep battling, he might catch up and try and battle for these podium positions as well. Further back, Jetters, Rocket, Berkey, they're all having a nice squabble here as they head down towards Vale. Rocket having a look to the inside, potentially. No, he's going to have to defend from Ghosty on the outside. There's contact. Berkey goes round contact with Rocket, and that is going to be Berkey sent spinning round to P14. Losing the position, unfortunately. Shan and Sert battling as they go through the final corner. Can't quite get anything done there. Barbas is gaining on Takubi, who has more battery saved up as they head down towards Stowe. Barbas the inside, Zyros to the inside on Mars as well. Too wide further back as well. Barber's trying to squeeze his way through Zyros, and Mars battling as well. Barber's and Takubi wheel to wheel in towards Vale. Barber's on the outside, Takubi on the inside, switches back now. Barber's and Takubi wheel to wheel. The two champions in SDRL fighting to the line, but Barber's comes out on top in Silverstone. Takubi comes home second. Mars picks up another podium. It's P3 for him. Zyros comes home in fourth. Smith picks up P5. Aurak sixth. Black Friday with that time bounty, I think, is going to drop a position here. Ghosty picks up P7. Black Fridays will come home in P8. And then just waiting for the penalties. Let's see who we're finishing. Jet is P9, Sert P10, Shuriken P11, Shan P12, Avni P13, and Rocket P14.
As is often the case, we were treated to a weather-affected race at Silverstone. Track conditions were dry at the start of the race, with rain forecast to arrive sometime during the event. A mid-race safety car bunched the pack up again, allowing some drivers to take advantage of the reduced time loss when making a pit stop. Barbans fought his way up from fourth to battle for the win with Takubi. It was Barbans who won out in the final corner though, finishing just under 2/10 ahead. Mars rounded out the podium a further half second behind in third place.